Throw Gang, we are joined by the Two-Tone Malone, Lawrence Schlosserman, and myself. Somebody sock me, James Harris.
Like someone fucking punch you?
No, like...
Oh, no socks. Damn, dude.
Welcome to the weekly Running of the Boys with today's full episode only available on
www.throwingfits.com. The number 2 fashion and beauty substack in the world and number 1 in the hearts of the
I can't tell when you do this, which I guess is now your thing now a bit. Are you like being self-deprecating or are you trying to flex nuts? Because both are pretty, I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like when you're like, we're the number 2 fashion substack.
Is this if you're not first, you're last type thing?
No, I'm asking you, are you being like self-deprecating or are you actually like think that that's a flex?
It's a flex.
Okay, well.
No?
Right. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so clearly
it's very braggadocious.
This is a braggadocious podcast.
It is it is co-hosted by a braggadocious individual.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's the tagline of the podcast?
The only podcast that matters.
Is that not the essence of braggadocia?
Yeah, I guess so, but I don't know. I don't
That's
really
not
like
tongue in cheek. That's fucking facts.
Yeah,
That's
but it's also
math.
inspired by the Clash.
Yes, that is true.
Anyway, it's just a bit. I wanted to ask about it.
Oh, should I retire it?
Up to you. You can do whatever you want.
Maybe I'll switch it up every week. Maybe I'll start doing the number 2 and I'll just make something
Okay. We're number 2.
Yeah.
Dropping
Go
a hot
throwing fits.
Yeah, dropping a hot dump on your timeline like the number 2 we are.
You know it.
Before we get into meeting your heroes,
Yeah.
a new contender for the best menswear store in New York City.
It's up there.
If not the.
Mhm.
And almost getting murdered at a wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did someone sock it to you a little too hard?
Call back. No. I'll tell the story.
Okay, cool.
Let's get into some quick housekeeping. Lawrence,
Yes. Okay.
the Throwing Fits Friends and Family Bazaar.
It's happening. It's back. It's
What's
here.
happening?
It is happening Saturday, September 21st
That's right.
in glorious New York City at 154 Sullivan Street.
It's on the corner of Houston and Sullivan. I fucked up the address, but whatever. This is the real info.
That was the dress rehearsal.
Yeah. 154 Sullivan Street, in another church basement because we are bigger than Jesus.
Shout out the
and
Beatles.
bigger than the Beatles.
Yeah.
Doors from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. if you are a paid Substack subscriber.
Yes.
One of the many thousands that help us secure that number 2 position.
Mm-hmm.
You get fast lane, skip the access. Don't worry. I think there's like some way
Fast
that we're just gonna
lane,
figure it out.
skip the line access.
What did I say?
Fast lane, skip the access. You don't even, if you pay our rent, you don't even need to come.
Listen,
Just kidding. We want to see you all there.
I'm distracted right now by an excruciating back injury, so
Yeah.
apologies. I didn't take any
You're
painkillers.
so fucked up lately.
I didn't take any painkillers pre-pod. Wanted to keep it profesh.
Wait, you got some fucking perkies?
No.
Oh.
The perk 30 calling. Anyway, Saturday, September 21st, doors from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. 154 Sullivan Street, the corner of House and Sullivan. You'll see it with the fucking crowd. Powered by our friends at CP Company.
Chester Perry Company, thank you for your service.
And we will be debuting something very special, very near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah.
Something that has required a lot of work.
a ton of
And a lot
legwork.
of time.
Yeah.
Getting debuted at the bazaar.
It'll have its own real estate, its own booth, something extremely special, a big thing that has finally come, and it is going to come over everybody who makes their way to the Throwing Fits Friends and Family Bazaar Saturday, September 21st at 154 Sullivan Street. But we're not stopping at just one booth. We got a lot of friends, new and old, James.
All right, I'm going to go through it alphabetically.
Oh, okay.
First up, Ali Bo.
Mm.
This guy, new to the bazaar.
Yeah.
Downtown all-star. I think
Legend.
he's going to bring some psychotic vintage.
I can't wait, dude.
I've been texting and yeah, I think that he's very excited. Speaking of someone who's very excited.
Wait, hold on. Is he also bringing any custom?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised. But I think
Very,
he's
very talented artist.
Yeah.
He did the art on the Awake speaker right over there. I don't know if
That's right.
that's in frame, but
no, it's not.
okay, cool.
Next up, Antonio Ciangoli.
Oh, finally, dude.
The creative director of 18 East. He finally got the green light from Wifey.
Mm-hmm.
And what did he say? He's like,
He texted us today and he asked, how much stuff can I bring? Because I have 4 40-gallon tubs of Johns.
I'm not a unitsman, but that sounds like a lot of gallons.
That's a lot of Johns. Antonio is such a collector and has so much crazy, like the reference pieces that I'm sure he's bringing that have helped him not just design 18 East, but before that fucking Eidos and before that Rugby Ralph Lauren. Like that's history right there. You understand?
Yeah, it's gonna be a stuffed up booth. Speaking of which, another
Double stuffed.
Wow, the first three are all new to the Bazaar. Next up, Bar Brown.
Oh hell yeah!
Who longtime listeners of the podcast remember his legendary episode. We've been trying to make it happen with him for a minute, but the timing hasn't been right just yet. We've wanted him. He was away last year, but like again, as someone that's been in this shit for literally decades, and he has like the photographic proof that he posts often to back it up.
Yeah.
This man is going to be bringing generations of heat.
Yeah. Would you say he's the official Throwing Fits Unk? He's our Unk.
Absolutely.
And Big Unk is coming through with the big Jones.
He asked for some extra racks.
Oh yeah.
Which we'll have to reconfigure when we finalize the floor plan. We'll have to reconfigure and make sure that he gets at least one extra rack. Next up, I think last year was his first year, and another fucking legend just in the menswear streetwear game, Bradley Carbone.
Oh hell yeah.
Big BC.
Shout
Big
out Bradley.
Doing it again. Bringing, I don't know what he's going to bring. I feel like he also had
good tasteful streetwear.
He had a Grom situation last time of the homies just helping out. Yeah, he's
full
going to be
staff.
Absolutely. I think this is our most Next up, Brandon Jinx Jenkins, who I think is our most repeated guest
ever on the show. He was for a while.
That might be Sean Evans now at this point.
I mean, all our old colleagues from back in the Complex Media days. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, it was funny because like Jinx is kind of like a celeb, right? Because of like all the on-camera stuff he does. So it was mad funny last year, not only just like him slinging gear, but then also people like asking for photos, which is incredible. And he's the most gracious, nicest fucking guy. So obviously he was more than happy to oblige all of his fans.
Yeah, and he's an absolute clothing addict, and he gets a lot of free shit. So I know
a lot of sneakers, dude.
His boot's going to be stuffed up.
Between him and Bar, I hope like you guys fucking match their foot sizes because there's going to be fucking heat for your feet.
Heat for your feet. Brandon Mahler next up. We're still in the B's. I don't know what there's to say about this. Like this guy might have this might be the booth that I might be shopping before we open first.
Yeah. You love to do that, dude.
Me?
Yeah, that's like I feel like every year I've seen you like you get set up as like quickly and efficiently as possible, make sure everything's merchandised, and then you just start fucking shopping before doors open, which I get. I mean, it's one half of your thing. You can do whatever you want.
And Brandon's going to be number one. Next up, come on. The Mr. Street Rack himself, Chad Senzel, rocking the fucking taxi driver mohawk of late. This guy, if you haven't had the chance to go to the Street Rack, which actually this summer I haven't, which is a fucking goddamn shame. That's because I knew he was saving up all his good shit for the Bazaar.
Yeah, the great thing about Chad, I think, is that like not that prices aren't going to be fair across the board, even though like there's going to be some grails in the house that like I don't know how much you're going to be able to haggle. But Chad to me has always been able to like combine like high end next level taste with then like the most fair prices. Yeah, super great fucking guy.
I think that of the past 2 years, he might have been who I bought from the most.
That track,
just like before and after.
Yeah,
just getting my pick of the litter and then also just trawling the dregs. All right, next up, new to the Bazaar. An author of one of my favorite Substacks, and I think that he's going to be tapping into that big brain of his, David Lay.
Oh, yeah.
One half of RIP, the brand maiden name. But his Substack, The Arcades, is a must subscribe if you're into art, design, home goods, furniture. It's pretty shopping focused. And he's gonna definitely. Oh, you know what? He's combining a booth with Jesse Hudnuts.
Oh, dude!
We'll sing Jesse's praises when we get to him. We're still in the D's. Yeah. Pause. David Lay is going to be a fantastic addition.
I think The Arcades is recommended by Throwing Fits on Substack, and talk about the most. If you know, you know, and I can't wait to see what David pulls up with.
Yeah, and also just a fucking fantastic
jewelry.
Well, I don't know, but I think it's going to be mainly clothes. But like, we'll see. I gotta see what his needs are.
Fingers crossed. Daddy needs some jewels.
Yeah. Okay. A fucking veteran of the Throwing Fits Friends and Family Bazaar, Kevin from Fantasy Explosion. Well, actually, just Fantasy Explosion will be in the building.
Yes.
Kevin's there for a little bit. Then he's got to jet off to weddings, so he's going to get his AM dirties in. But Fantasy Explosion always delivers, never misses.
Yeah.
If you talk about fair fucking prices, Jesus.
Yeah, and if you listen to the show, he needs no introduction. Basically, like before they called it Zizmore Core, it was Kev Core. Like he has that New York City high end establishment merchandise that you want.
Yeah, a lot of good old sports shit. A lot of my tennis tees.
Do you
I
like
get from him.
sports? Do you like steaks?
A lot
Do you
of,
like martinis?
Do you like silver tabs?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, next up, another rookie to the Friends and Family Bazaar, new addition, but old homie Jeff Snack, who's going to be bringing honestly, the bazaar was getting a bit fucking bit Neanderthal, a bit caveman.
Okay, a bit Chad.
The IQ was dipping. So we had to bring in Jeff Snack with his big ass brain, who is gonna be. He sent me. Oh my god, dude! He sent
the
me.
Snack Man cometh with books.
Yeah, he got
and
books,
furniture.
not furniture.
Well,
a little like little ephemera.
Yes,
you know, if you want like a Studio 54 business card signed by Andy Warhol. If you want like a little sketch, I think like he has like some old Picasso sketches, some old like incredible vintage magazines.
Yeah,
art books, design books. Look at this.
This is Snack brings the book fair vibes for sure.
This is what he sent. This is what he sent me. He goes, "Yo, this is the level of heat I'm bringing." Look at this.
Is this a Nike cookbook?
The irreverent flavor of Nike. Recipes from Nike employees and athletes around the world.
Yo, I need the.
This is so rare,
cookbook, dude.
This
fucking fry me up a couple swooshes, bro. That's incredible. Snack is. I don't know if you guys follow him on IG, but like this dude, like when it comes to collecting the weirdest, most random fire shit, I don't know of anybody who does it better. A curation fucking god.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm just looking at I'm looking up this. Bo Jackson's chili recipe.
Yo, I know that fucking hits, dude.
Michael Jordan's fried chicken, bro. Jesus Christ.
Okay, a little racist.
That's literally what's the recipe's in here. Alberto Salazar's arroz con pollo. Woo! Gonna be tasty snacks
from the Snack Man.
Next up, the mayor of New York City.
Oh yeah,
and the mayor of his little corner of the bazaar, Hugo Mendoza.
Oh, it's about to be a motherfucking movie, dude.
Yeah, no, honestly, no, nothing else. No more words needed, right?
No, I think he'll be drinking wine at probably 10:45.
Yeah,
dude, Hugo. I mean, listen, people's fucking champ. Like you said, the real mayor of New York. Talk about someone who needs no introduction. The ultimate fan favorite.
Just the most fun guy.
Just a dude, like, I don't know if you'll be able to like loiter and hang out. He'll probably fucking ask you to keep it pushing. But yeah, that worth the price of admission alone just to get a dap from Big
price of admission, $0. Oh,
yeah.
By the way, $0 to attend this. You just show up and shop.
Wait, do you think people think there's a cover?
So that's a model that people do is like, you pay an entry fee to shop.
Fuck that, dude. Save your money for John's.
Bring your own tote, maybe, is all I would say.
Yes. Listen, please, guys, bring your own receptacles.
Yeah. Also, BYOB, I assume. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, we got dirties.
We got dirties. We got some food. We got some bevies.
We got some beers.
Elliot Foos. Some elite beverages. I don't know what, but I think of the non-alc variety.
Yeehaw Cowboy Coffee, or is it rebranded?
I think it's just Elliot. Next up. New to this, but so true to this. And the only reason why this is his first time is because he was traveling the past 2 times. Jacob Gallagher.
Oh, yeah, baby.
The amount of vintage Yoji, vintage Comb, vintage, I don't even know what. What does he like? Raph? What is he fucking with? Kiko? Oh, he is a big Stussy guy.
Yeah. I talked to him about what he was thinking of bringing and like how he was going to maybe like price his stuff. And this might be like... when we say steals and deals, this might be taking it to another level. This man is just looking to move because he's a hoarder.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a lot of fucking heat for like, I don't want to name prices because it's not my booth, but I heard it's going to be like, you want this 20 bones, get out of here.
Really?
Yeah. For real.
Because he just doesn't want to talk.
Well, he said that over beers. I don't know if that's going to happen in the moment. But yeah, get excited for that. I'm so happy that Gallagher could finally fucking pull up.
Yeah.
Big one.
Next up, your boy Jimmy. I don't really know. I've just been like amassing just multiple bins and piles and bags of shit over the past year.
Yep.
I haven't had the chance to go through it like I saw like you did this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to block out a solid like 4 hours just to like wrap my head around what I got, do one final purge. But it's gonna be again. I'm using the model. Tell me what you want to pay.
Exactly.
Just tell me what you want to pay. There's some things where I'm like, all right, I know what I paid for this,
right.
and I'm not gonna try to take a bath on like this. This specific John, but hey, we'll find a way to make it happen. We'll find solutions.
Let's make a deal.
Another newcomer to the bazaar, Jesse Hudna.
Ooh.
This might be one of the sleeper booths combined with David. A lot of Vinti Prati.
Yeah, what I think I'm going to do is, and this is terrible fucking financial advice. I think as I'm making money from my own booth, I think I'm then going to go shop with Jesse.
Okay.
So it's kind of like money in and then immediately money out.
Yeah.
I think based on like Jesse's taste level and the stuff he talked about when he came on pod, like that Prada and that Miu Miu and all that vintage shit, I might need a taste.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I forgot about the Miu Miu.
Yeah.
Speaking of Miu Miu, we got Gian De Leon.
Oh, dude, here we
He
go.
was there year 1. He had to skip on year 2 because he was in Europe. Year 3 of the Friends and Family Bazaar, Gian, I know, is going to unload a bunch of good shit, some bullshit probably. It's like anime collaborations, you know?
The log line here is all of the clothes, period.
Yeah.
Just like, listen, if it ever was designed and produced and available for sale, it is in Gian's booth and you can acquire it.
Okay, if Gian
It's that simple.
If Gian has Kith Armani for sale, I'm going to buy it for you for your birthday.
No, please don't, dude. I can't. No
Gian,
more.
I think, like, factors the bazaar into his like annual budgetary financial planning.
Probably.
Where he's like, I need to make money here so that I can continue my addiction elsewhere.
Yeah.
With clothes. And so please shop Gian's booth. You will find what you're looking for there. Oh my God, the collector of all collectors next up, John Caramonica.
Oh God. Dude, I saw him over the weekend. He is so excited and so ready.
He was texting me. Let me see. He was texting me months ago.
John is like, of anyone on this roster, he is the most built for this because say what you want about what you think like the hoarding capabilities are of the average person or the average John's enthusiast or the average person that Throwing Fits Friends and Family extended universe. This man he's the goat of hoarding.
I know.
No one can literally touch just the amount of shit that this man has amassed over
The hoarding goes
many years, dude.
The hoarding goes hoard.
Yeah.
Back in August, I texted him, yo, pull up on our open bar event at the Magician to celebrate our move to Substack. He goes, baby, are you doing another big sale this year?
He didn't even
mean to ask. This is 6 weeks ago, he asked.
Yeah.
So you know he's been fucking excited and it's been on his mind since he did, I think, pretty well at the last one. Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Another fucking menswear legend. It's just legends are over here.
Yeah,
Josh
legends only.
Peskowitz.
Hell yeah.
Jay Pesco.
Mhm.
Honestly, that might be another booth that requires a pre-doors visit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like the intensity and the breadth and just like that's history right there.
Yeah, and I love like and Antonio I think brings this as well. Like love having those like more like traditional capital M menswear guys because it is just like it is a different vibe than a lot of the other people that are there. And it's like, yo, you already know there's going to be some fucking tasty tailoring, some fucking big kind of like classic leaning outerwear. Like with fall coming up, Antonio and Pesco are going to like help you guys get your fucking outerwear rotation sorted. I promise you.
Do you know how many coats Josh Peskowitz has worn in his life? And how many are going to be available?
The limit does not exist.
Exactly. Next up, we got Larry.
Oh, yeah. So I
His
basically
little Priefski.
I did like I haven't hit my storage unit yet, but I basically went through 90% of what I think I'm bringing, and yeah, based on my fucking pricing structure, like we talked about, the everything must go. Name your price. You guys are going to be very, very, very happy. I am being like less precious about like, well, maybe I'll keep it mainly because Jenna has laid down the fucking riot act. And she has never been more excited to rent that car, drive me over there, help me merchandise, get me set up. She'll probably be helping me run the booth with Georgie like she did last time. Like we're fucking the Schloss Wells are locked and loaded, and I can't wait to fucking find all of this gear a new home with our beautiful, incredible audience.
Careful, you might get assassinated.
I mean, if it's a hot guy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna get yopped, I would hope that you're yopped by a hottie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, if
You know, if you had to choose.
if you're killed by a baddie,
Yeah.
fucking
Wait, Death by Baddie?
Death by Baddie's
All
pretty
right,
good.
there's a title.
Next up, La Jacinta. Fucking Frank and the Mandem. They're coming through as always with just the best esoteric, weird, incredible. They have I think they're gonna have a lot of vintage chepe.
Yeah.
Just the best shit. Just the best shit.
I'm sure
I don't
Seth.
know. The weirdest shit, like whether it's like Y2K, kind of like New York City merchy stuff, old designer stuff. I think I got like a fucking like like a linen Bon Mont shirt from them from like 1978.
Yeah,
Last time.
older than your fucking parents if you're a young listener at home. No, I'm sure Seth will be in the building. I'm sure he's going to be slinging some horny shit as always. Like, yo, the Mad Dog, he'll be barking. And that's just another booth that's going to be just like a fire hang. I mean, those guys are the best.
I forgot that I gave him the nickname Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Next up, oh my God, the best guys. And shout out Paul. He's not necessarily technically part of this, but he is part of the parent umbrella brand.
He'll be there, I'm sure.
He gave me, we haven't fit checked yet, but he gave me this fantastic haircut. Mildred Vintage.
Yeah, baby.
And I was there last week getting said haircut, and Rob and Greg are fucking, they're running and gunning.
Mm-hmm.
They got some heat. I know they're doing some last minute digging, some last minute collecting, some last minute merchandising, but they are coming correct. And again, just like the best guys. Like you go in there, it's fucking free therapy.
Yeah. Yo, I want to say also that they are always like, not that it's about the money, but I want to say that in the past 2 times we've done this, they've been number 1 on the leaderboard because they just have volume and it's fucking sick, like, you know, rare 1970s high school fucking wrestling team shit, fucking Wrangler flares, Levi's fucking vintage jeans, trucker jackets. Like they just fucking move shit and they're so nice and it's so cheap. And you know what? I can't think of better dudes to fucking, you know, take that top spot on the leaderboard every year.
And you didn't hear it from me, but there might be a little keg ski in their booth.
Yes.
Yoli. So Lawrence, I'll put you right next to them.
Hell yeah.
Next up, another newcomer who is sharing a booth with someone coming further down the line, Mills Vintage. Do you know these guys?
No. Well, I know them because you put me on.
Based in LA, mainly around like band tees and vintage. I just had their shit up. Where'd it go? These guys are gonna be a nice little fun addition. I think that again, they're sharing a booth. I'm not really that familiar with them, but I am super stoked to see them. And I think they're definitely filling like a niche need that no one else at the bazaar and really no one else is doing it like as good as they are.
Right. And they come extremely highly recommended with a cosign from someone that we'll get to, I believe, last.
Yeah.
So you already know it's fucking good.
All right.
Till the last drop.
Next up, Alex, if you're listening, 11 a.m. doors, 8 a.m. load in. So Nolita Dirtbag, you start at 8 a.m. The bazaar starts at 11 a.m.
Yeah, dude.
Don't go out and have a million beers the night before either, please.
For a guy that
or 2, and then just don't go home so that you can just stay out and just like, you know, vamp all night and just show up at the bazaar.
Sleep in the booth. For a man that just cooks the entire internet and timeline for loitering, this dude literally loiters and then misses fucking call time. So we need you there, Hartman. Don't fucking blow it. I can't even imagine what he's bringing this year. Last year there was free cigs, free cigs and ridiculously hilarious tongue-in-cheek merch. I think this year he's opening up. And here's the thing, for a guy that like, if you're gonna shit on like downtown fashion, you better be a fashionable guy. I think like Hartman is super underrated when it comes to swag. So I'm actually excited to see like what he'll be bringing through from his own coffers.
Oh yeah, no, it's and he did assure me that he's tapping into his own resources, not just selling Daddy's Little Meatball merch. But
yeah,
amazing hang.
Free cigs, maybe. Who knows?
Free cigs, free something. Okay, next up, this is another newcomer to the bazaar. We got Rogue, aka or FKA Rogue Garms, aka Emma.
Hell yeah.
Last name, who I just she's on my phone is Emma Rogue.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a vintage store that is just fucking printing. They just have like crowds every single fucking.
She has built an empire.
Single-handedly, the Rogue Empire is going strong. The sun never sets on the Rogue Empire. She's going to be bringing a lot of heat and a lot of jorts, I would assume, since that's the name of her latest single on Spotify. Go stream it right now. She raps about jorts, and it's fucking hard. And Emma's, you know, the sweetest person. I think that she's going to, and I think that her sweetness kind of belies her like eagle eye for just fucking like talent and vision.
Oh yeah.
So I'm actually not going to be surprised if she has one of like the best curated booths at the bazaar.
No, she's
and just hyper specific.
Yeah, like not only is she like a queen when it comes to like content creation and building this incredible community around her shop, but like she has fire shit.
Yeah.
And she's done fire collabs with brands. Like the fact that she made time for us, like I'm very, very thankful that we could finally get her in the mix, because that's, again, just like another different element, so that like we really, when we say it is the best shopping event of the season, we are not fucking around, people.
Yeah. Maybe next year she can be in charge of the after party, because I was not able to make it to the Rogue X Affliction rave on a Monday night, because I was like, Emma, I'm 38.
Yeah.
Wait, am I 38? Yeah, I'm 38. I'm not going to a fucking Affliction rave
on a Monday
night. So
yeah,
she's in charge next year. Emma, you heard it here first. Okay. Honestly, I'm so happy these guys are in the mix once again. The Throwing Fits Groms have their own booth.
You know,
Chuck, Chef, Robbie. I think Rylan might get in there. Mm-hmm. You know that he has a bunch of fucking heat. I mean, this is just like the best time, right? And by the way, we don't give our Groms enough fucking recognition for just having crazy swag,
for putting that shit on.
I mean, I was literally texting Chef last week about the fit of a Margaret Howell Zippa polo, because he's a howler, bro.
That's a great booth, because they all have such dialed but different swag that'll be like its own mini shop. And really, when it comes down to it, since the Groms are they are our sons and they're the best people that we know, that's a kissing booth. Go in there, smooch those boys, buy some Margaret Howell, buy some fucking rare kicks from Chuck, buy some fucking Stony and Cheap P from Robbie. Ryland's gonna have some, like, I'm sure, crazy fucking bedazzled nonsense. Get in there, fucking go crazy.
Yo, if Ryland's offloading some Coupe de la Liberté,
dude,
you might see me looking like Madonna up in this bitch.
For real. Yeah, and based on what Ryland does for a living, which we'll just leave it at that, there might be some fun fucking sample action.
Yeah.
So, we're talking one and none. So get in that Grom booth, not to be missed.
All right, last but not least.
Certainly not.
Honestly, very excited to get the homie up in the mix.
Oh, yeah.
Coming all the way from LA.
Woo.
Just for the Friends and Family Bazaar.
One day only.
And I think that, we are going to have we do have customers and shoppers that do fly in from around the country. Now we have vendors that fly in from across the country.
You know it.
You're telling me this coast is bisexual? We're going bi-coastal. Okay. Varsity Los Angeles is getting in the mix, bringing a fucking robust assortment of vintage and also their in-house stuff, which is really fucking good.
Super fucking good. I think Varsity is, when you and I are in LA, we make it always a fucking appointment to fucking stop by, cop up. And the fact that we're able to like bring them into our thing is just awesome. And I'm so happy that they're willing to like put in the fucking effort to lug some shit over and fucking hunker down and slang.
Yeah. And Justin from Varsity Los Angeles, he's the one that was like, yo, can I get Mills in the mix?
Yes.
Mills Vintage in the mix. So that's going to be a fucking stellar 1-2 punch of a booth right there.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, it's just, I'm very grateful that they recognize that this is like a tremendous opportunity for them. And two, they're just like being a part of it.
It's actually a tremendous opportunity for you, the listener, and the potential shopper, because like, again, like you heard all the names. It's going to be, no matter what you're into, no matter what holes you want to fill in your fucking wardrobe for fall or beyond, literally everything is there. The prices are incredible. The vibes are immaculate. Fucking Dirty Water is going to be fucking flowing. We got some, are we saying some of the food yet? No.
There's going to be some nice extracurricular activities in the food and bev game. We don't have anything. Well, there will be food. All right, there will be food. Thank you, Lawrence, for backing me to that corner.
Sorry.
But just one more time, I just want to go through the vendor list one more time from back to front. Varsity Los Angeles, the Throwing Fits Groms, Rogue, Nolita Dirtbag, Mills Vintage, Mildred Vintage, Leisure Center, Lord Schlossman, Josh Peskowitz, John Caramonica, Gene DeLeon, Jesse Hudnut, James Harris, Jacob Gallagher, Hugo Mendoza, Jeff Snack, Fantasy Explosion, David Lay, CP Company, Chad Senzel, Brandon Mahler, Brandon Jenkins, Bradley Carbone, Bar Brown, Antonio Changoli, and Ali Bo. A total of, I think, 24 booths.
Yeah, we're going bigger.
Some Switskis.
We're going better. We're going fucking bolder. Saturday, September 21st, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., 154 Sullivan Street. That's on the corner of Houston and Sullivan. Paid subs get fast lane, VIP access. There is no cover for anyone. It is a bigger space. It's going to be one hell of a fucking day, and I am chomping at the motherfucking bit, baby.
Absolutely. Let's get to a fit check.
Okay, you want to start?
Sure. On the feet, I am wearing our Legace Workshop X Paraboot boat shoes. No socks, because fuck it. Mainly because I really hurt my back and I wanted to.
You're like, I don't want to put socks on.
I don't want to put socks on. I don't want to put socks on. I don't want to put pants on. I was so, bro, when you fuck your back up, I'm like, let me just fucking grab whatever shorts are next to me in the bed.
Oh, it's like that. Just proximity.
Let me throw on one of the most comfortable shirts I own. And let me just throw on some fucking shoes that I know can just slip right on and just slide right out the crib.
The wrist injury that we will talk about on this week's Afters, did that heal only for then your back to completely spaz out?
Yes.
Fuck, dude.
And when it rains, it pours. Behind the paywall. What's funny is, so I think I fucked up my back lifting a heavy ass couch to re-maneuver the furniture in the Airbnb I was at over the weekend so that we could maximize. We were all watching a movie.
Okay.
To maximize space.
What did you watch?
We started watching Boy Kills World.
Dude, it is so bad.
Fell asleep about 25 minutes in.
It is fucking dog shit. You're like, you love movies. I fucking did not love that. It was maybe the worst movie I've seen this year.
Oh, was it a little too scary for you?
No, dude. It's
too much blood.
It's this fucking Deadpool coded fucking normie nonsense. It sucked.
Okay.
Fucking sucked.
It fucking sucked. Yeah. Okay. I have no opinion on it.
So you fucked up your back for Boy Kills World? Oh, no.
I fucked up my back trying to maximize space that the most people possible could just watch a movie together.
So the most people possible could. Did anyone enjoy it? I was going to say hate it, but maybe some people.
We turned it off after 30 minutes because everyone was tired and went to take a nap.
Ugh.
And then when I was, this week's guests are the designers behind Eckhouse Lotta, Mike and Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
When I was tidying up this morning, we did a big photo shoot the day before I went to this wedding, and the boots I wore for the shoot are big Eckhouse Lotta stompers, and they're so fucking chonky and heavy that when I picked them up and moved them and bent down to put them in the shoe closet, I was just like, fuck my back up.
Damn, you got by big chungus.
I know. It didn't help. And this is the same shit that happened to me before the On tennis event. And I was, scheduled to play, or I was, on my way to go play tennis with Nicolaj from Palms. And the homie Nathan Pemberton, and I was like, well, I got it. I can't say, oh, guys, I hurt my back. So I went.
You fool. That's
biking,
hubris, bro.
Biking fucked up my shit even more. Playing tennis for an hour fucked up my shit even more. And it was fine, but then
not
walking,
fine.
I got lunch, and then walking home from lunch, I had to stop 4 times within 4 blocks. She's like, oh, fuck.
You're old when you throw your back out eating lunch.
Yeah.
God damn, bro.
That's a heavy wrap.
Damn.
So that's why the fit was just let me just make this as easy.
Are
as
you
possible.
going to be healed for the bazaar? Because you got to lug all your fucking shit. You got to pack up all your shit. You got to curate it. You got to pack it up. You got to lug it down there, and then you got to be on your feet, wheeling and dealing. You got to get yourself right, Jimbo.
Bro,
the people need you.
Ain't nothing keeping me from the bazaar. Slinging and
are you gonna scratch and claw for every inch?
Slinging and ding-a-linging. Ain't nothing keeping me from the bazaar. I'm getting NFL drugs.
It's like
the shit they get at halftime.
Yeah, dude.
Just numb my shit up. I'm getting fucking horse tranquilizers. I'll get a back brace.
I feel like horse tranquilizers. You just passed out in your fucking booth. Dude.
I'll get a new spine.
Dude, you need we should do smelling salts on the pod.
Okay.
I'll
get a bionic ass spine to be present, wheeling and dealing, slanging and dang-a-langing at the bazaar. Don't you worry.
Buy John's from James so he can get his bionic fucking RoboCop spine installed.
Yeah, it's on layaway. I should probably see a doctor.
Yeah.
But not before the bazaar.
I mean, I had to let you in because you didn't have keys, but even just the act of you getting into the office, I was like, oh, my man is fucked up. I could tell.
No, it's because the front door is locked, and that's why we let.
No, but in. Letting you in, and you're just all all fucked up, and
you had to let me in because I didn't have keys. But then, I came in fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. The shorts are bare knuckles jorts.
Mm-hmm.
The shirt is a Throwing Fits original cut and sew. The blueberry plum.
Yeah,
plum.
Oh, there it is.
Hanes boxers, Jill Sonder, Bottega. Diet Pepsi, Lower Side's finest. Lawrence, what are you wearing?
I am wearing Tom Ford era square toe Gucci sleds. The socks are Cam Hicks slouch socks. The shorts are very interesting. I got a DM from a beautiful boy who's named Claude Rosa, who is 17 years old.
Okay.
And he asked
he is a boy.
He is literally a boy. And he asked me if he could make me a custom pair of shorts. I guess that's what he does. He's a burgeoning, fledgling designer. He makes pants. He makes shorts. Fledgling. What did I say?
No. I don't know if that's a connotation. I don't know. Keep going.
Isn't fledgling like a young, beautiful bird?
A young bird that is just fledged.
Yeah.
A person or organization that is immature, inexperienced, or underdeveloped.
Yeah. Well, listen.
He's burgeoning. He's emerging. He's bubbling.
He's one of the best new emerging designers on Instagram that DM'd me specifically. And he asked for some measurements. We talked through some design details, and the shorts showed up and they fucking bang.
Damn,
and
what do you pay for those bad boys?
He was like, hey, bro, like, I'm gonna try. He's like, I never made pleated shorts before. He's like, I'm gonna try. He charged me nothing. This is the fucking free.
He charged you like 45 seconds of airtime,
dude. Well, no, I sent him a picture of me wearing them, and he's gonna promote them on Instagram, and I'm gonna put him in the rec center. Honestly,
no, but I'm asking what the cost of this would be.
For like a civilian who hits up Claude Rosa? I don't know. Claude's going to have to figure that out now that he's going to have like that burgeoning business.
A deluge of DMs.
It's now a real business. So yeah, I measured some, shorts that I have that I really liked. We talked through the details. They showed up. They're fucking perfect. They're incredible. And I wore them to the opening night soiree shopping event, which we'll talk about later at our friend Christopher Green's new spot, Ven Space in Carroll Gardens. And the amount of people that asked me about Claude's shorts, I was like, they're that good. Like, they look that good. They fit that good. Shout out to this fuck. He's 7. Dude, he told me, I was like, wait, are you, when I talk about it on pod, I'm like, so you're 17? He's like, well, actually, I made the shorts when I was 16 and I just turned 17. So we got a fucking wonderkind on our hands. This kid is a fucking genius. Shout out, Claude. Thank you again.
Fucking.
The pleaser is Hanes. The shirt, speaking of Ven Space, private label, very impressive fucking in-house line on top of the ridiculously stacked brand list that we'll go over when we talk about Ven Space later. The hat is some merch from Studio Malone. I don't know if you remember our friend Andre Malone, who we met in Aspen.
Talented architect and moviesman in the world.
Interior designer, sorry. Honestly.
Interior architect.
Someone who I feel like you and I could only one day hope to employ his services to get maybe our office or our cribs looking right. With that said, he dropped some very classy, very cheap merch. And I just feel like my taste level is higher. I feel fancier just rocking the Studio Malone dad cap. Shout out Andre. We never saw Dune 2 together, all three of us. That was a missed opportunity.
No, he didn't. But
I'm sure he fucking loved it too.
Yeah, fucking. He was a nice addition to the Aspen trip.
Oh, dude, that's like one of those things where like when you do the group dinner and you don't pick your seat, you never know who you're gonna get sat next to. Just so happened that it was and by the way, a beautiful guy who's modeled for Hermes as well. Handsome guy, fucking a Brazilian man of culture, the best interior designer in the world. Yeah, I'll take that fucking seating arrangement every fucking time. Rollie on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, chrome on the other hand. I got some menthol 6 milligrams in today, a tropical vibe Celsius, Thistles sunglasses, and my own hydro flask full of Lower East Side's finest. I think the underwear today is Hill City, RIP. And that is a complete fit check, drink check.
Sunglasses?
I said Thistles.
All right.
And then, all the housekeeping for the bazaar done, all the fit check done, drink check done. I think we can do the show.
Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Last week was, I don't know, just like the tail end of fucking New York Brand Week. Of the few things we did, there was something Monday night where you and I were like, this actually sounds like something we really want to do.
Yeah.
It was celebrating the launch of Fila Plus and a Fila Plus pop-up store in New York City. Fila Plus, for those that maybe don't know.
I don't think that's true. This was celebrating the Webster is is the Webster in New York?
Yeah, there is a Webster in New York.
The original Webster is where? Miami?
I think so.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Okay, details aside, Fila Plus was throwing a little soiree at Raff's, which is a very tasty restaurant.
Yeah.
Which, you may have seen Nolly the Dirtbag make fun of.
Yeah.
And the designer of Fila Plus, or the creative director designer, which the announcement, I think this is like the first. Is this the first collection? I guess you would know.
Yes.
You would know all the details. Apparently,
it is.
Lev Tanju, the founder or co-founder, creative director of Palace, what a fucking bloke. And you and I were like, oh my God, it's a dinner at Raph's. No, it turns out it's past apps and drinks at Raph's. But even better, because then what is the skeptic tweet? You leave the house.
Leave the house, complete the mission, get back in the house.
Yeah, that was me all night. I was like, you know what? I'd love to go there, chat with some friends, meet Lev.
Yeah.
Or re-meet him.
Because I was going to say, you guys have a little bit of a history, right?
Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. Caught up with Brian from Purcell.
Oh, yeah. What a guy.
Realized that I know what building he lives in. And I was like, near that building the next day and just took a picture of it and sent it to him. And he's like, what the fuck?
Shout out Brian. What a fucking guy. Wait, what's the history with Lev?
I interviewed him. Okay. So I was just like getting a seltzer at the bar, and Lev comes up to me. He goes, hey man, oi, it's you from the internet. And I'm like, yep, here I am.
Yeah.
Straight from the internet.
Is that implying that time you interviewed him, or implying that
I
like,
think
he's familiar with throwing fits?
I think he just had seen like some clips and shit of TF that feature my fucking gorgeous mug. And he was just like, oi, like he doesn't know who I fucking am. But then I was like, he's like, hey, nice to meet you, man. You should be so proud of everything you've done. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, bro, you should be so proud. Look where we are. Look who we're celebrating.
Yeah.
Look at these beautiful floral arrangements. Look at this Fila plus ice luge.
The fucking ice luge, dude.
Did you hit the ice luge?
No, I didn't, but it is because I was keeping it pretty low key. And also, like, I wanted to be sober when I fucking met Lev. But yo, ice luge, all events should have ice luges. Like,
I don't know, man. I think that's how COVID started.
I didn't see anybody hit it, by the way.
Well, yeah, it was like how late did you stay?
Just a little bit after you. It was a low key night.
Okay. How many beers?
What's up?
How many beers you have?
3 Peroni? Maybe?
Plus the Stone Island event before.
Okay, 5. It was a 5 beer night. Light work. Dude.
Oh, come on.
No, seriously.
You were with Gallagher before that.
Oh, fuck. You're right. Okay. All right. Actually, when you put it that way, when you actually fucking hold my feet to the fire, all right, okay,
It's
maybe
just
that's
numbers.
Maybe that's like a fucking 7 beer evening. Easy, dude. Nothing.
Numbers. You got to
pilot a helicopter.
Got to get those numbers up.
Yeah.
I interviewed Lev, and I was like, oh, we've actually met before. I interviewed you when you had your Adidas pop up in New York, your very first one.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, fuck yeah, man. And I was like, yeah, it's crazy. Like,
It doesn't sound like that at
I know.
all.
I was like, you told me that when you used to skate, like the pensioners and the fucking drunks and the winos would like chuck bottles at you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, they still do. And then we talked about golfing. We talked about tennis. We talked about
He's the man, dude.
throwing fits. The only unfortunate thing was I was talking about the Bazaar a little bit. And I was like, oh yeah, we're working with CP company. And he's like, oh, I fucking love those guys.
A collaborator of Palace.
Yes. And so I was like, yeah, and then it was like, this is where like trying to have a real conversation, like a loud space works against you. He was getting pulled in a million directions. I'm surprised he even gave me that much time to chat. And I'm like, yeah, we actually tried to link up with you when we were in Milan via the CP homies.
Yeah.
And he's getting pulled away and he's like, oh man, I gotta go. But what's that? You go to Milan? Hit me the next time you're in Milan. Here's my number. And I'm just like, okay, I'll see you next time we're in Milan, which is not anytime soon.
But
probably,
now you got his
assumedly.
fucking Digimons, which like, there it is. No, Lev is...
And then we're texting about jet lag hacks.
Oh, yeah?
Flying to China the next day.
Dude, the fact that he's a guy that... I mean, listen, I think that you and I always speak extremely highly of Palace. I think that in terms of...
Is it the coolest skate brand in the world right now?
I think so. And then when I think about like every brand that has like launched since we've been working in this industry, honestly, gun to head, I'm not sure if I can think of a more consistent brand that like I've actually like spent my money on. Like I love all the collabs they do. They really, when people say like they don't miss, like I think Palace is that for me, maybe us, right? So when it comes to like meeting your heroes, quote unquote, Lev is a guy that I've been a fan of. That I literally went to this thing being like, I just want to meet him.
You made that clear on last week.
Yeah, I think I said on pod.
Yes.
And I will say that it was one of those things where it's like, sometimes you do want to meet your heroes. He was so gracious.
Nice.
He was so cool. He was so funny. I had 2 funny kind of interactions with him that night. One was that he introduced me to like, maybe it was like a homie or a right-hand man. I don't know how much this guy's like involved, maybe with Fila Plus or with Palace or whatever. But that guy was more familiar with, I think, throwing fits than Lev, whereas maybe you're just the guy from the internet and I'm just the other guy from the internet. This guy was like, oh, like you've definitely seen like the throwing fits memes. And he goes to Lev, he's like, you should start doing memes. And Lev is like I don't know if he was really like super into that idea. And then I fucking being quick on my feet and wanting to like obviously make as good of an impression, I was like, dude, every piece of copy this guy has ever written is a meme in and of itself. And I was like, there's a book full of those. And Lev fucking loved that. I guess he's one of these dudes that he knows how good the copy is. I mean, it's the best copy in the world, right? Is there a brand with better copy? I can't think of one.
No,
off top.
I know one thing coming out soon that I think is rivals Palace, but it's a one-off.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like this, like every piece of copy ever put out by this brand for, I mean, I don't know how long has it been? Almost 15 years now of Palace. Like, right.
Gotta be something like that. Yeah.
I mean, I remember it launching when we were at Complex. So yeah, like let's call it 12, 13 years. Like every line is a bar. They're fucking hilarious. There's obviously a fucking coffee table book full of the best of the best. So Lev appreciated that. And
15
then
years, 2009.
And then of course, because it's Larry, after making a great impression and kind of like saving the conversation around memes, I did kind of then go hardo mode when, and I don't know if you heard this, but I was like, hey, you ever do podcasts? Because for me, that's like,
I actually walked right in. Maybe it was more than 7 beers for you because I walked right into that exact moment, or maybe like 0.5 milliseconds
I mean, I'm gonna
later.
Ask. I didn't know if I'm going to get the opportunity to like see him again, so I'm like, I'm going to ask. And by the way, I'm not saying do our pod. I said, do you ever do pods? Right? Just kind of generally feeling out the situation.
And I stepped in. I said, Lawrence, chill with the hard sell, bro. Chill.
But I would say, to your point, I wasn't really in hard sell mode. I'm just fact finding. I'm inquiring. But then he goes, so what Lev said is he was like, well, here's the thing. He's like, I don't really want to be on video. And then I was like, well, why not? I'm like, you're so handsome. And he goes, yeah, I know. But that doesn't mean I necessarily want to be on video. So I don't know if the Throwing Fits Lev podcast is necessarily on the horizon, but the ask has been kind of put out into the ether, generally speaking. Listen, you want a hard sell?
So smooth, bro.
If you want a hard sell,
smooth.
I will fucking give a hard sell.
No, I don't.
I thought that was pretty smooth.
That was a hard sell.
Yeah. But guess what? If you told me that, like, I could either have the pod with Lev or I could be in Milan with you getting fucking birra with Lev, maybe I'll take the latter. So that's on the table, clearly. Okay. We just need to get to Milan.
Okay.
Can we just throw that on the card and just pop up?
Someone get us to Milan so that Lawrence can drink with Lev.
Yeah, that would be, that's literally, truly for me, anything with Lev, we're in Make-A-Wish territory 100%.
Yeah. We were talking about golf. He's like, yeah, I told him the joke. It's like, men invented golf so they could go on a 4-hour walk with their friends. He's like, yeah, that's all I want to do. I'm like, all right, let's play golf. He's
and
like,
you know what?
He's like, you play golf? I was like, no, not really, but I'll play golf with you.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing about Palace where it's just like when I think of like what that brand represents, it is, and obviously there's a skate team and they like are a proper skate brand, despite having just like fucking awesome next level gear to go with the copy. But it really is like about like the bros in like a true, like honest, sincere way. And I love that.
I think that's one interpretation if that's like already the lens you have on life where it's just about getting fucked up with the boys. Oh, seriously. Like it's
You're saying I'm projecting.
Yes. Yes.
What would you say then the vibe of Palace is? Having a good time. Cheeky, fun fucking time.
Yeah. That doesn't mean getting fucked up.
No. Well, they've collabed with Stella Artois. I feel like pints.
So has fucking a lot of people.
Really?
The most
I feel like pints are part of the brand.
Sure. The most impressive shit I think from Palace, at least like from a historical legacy aspect, is that they collabed with Ralph.
That's true. That's the first ever
Ralph collab. And that was the one time I think I've ever purchased apparel off StockX.
Really?
And I couldn't get it. I couldn't wake up early and get the actual drop because, or maybe grilled, because I was in the middle of a rap camp at Def Jam.
Oh no.
Where I was in the fucking studio until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Just like inhaling and copious amounts of rapper weed, secondhand, and just fucking blunt tobacco.
A grail for me is still that silk pajama set. And I actually like the other week, this was probably after like knowing that like, I had Lev on the brain. I went like to look up like what those shirts are going for in StockX, and it's like $1,000 for a silk shirt. And while we are the number 2 fashion beauty substack in the world, I don't know if I could literally like justify 1,000 bones for a absolutely like in your face, loud silk pajama shirt.
The whole set?
No, just the shirt for $1,000.
The pants are harder.
Pants go harder. I'll fucking take either. I don't think the pants are probably that much cheaper, but that is the first ever collab by Ralph Lauren, the GOAT of menswear. But I will say, since then,
I forgot they had the polo bear doing a fucking kickflip.
That sweater was fucking, I mean, the campaign was amazing. The collection was amazing, which is no surprise again, because it's Palace. I was just saying that collabing with Ralph at that time, so special. And I'm not trying to take away anything from Palace times Ralph, because it is good. And if you haven't checked in, go back and look at some of those fucking editorial and lookbook images. Fire. So good. But since then, to be clear, Ralph Lauren has collaborated with Fortnite. So
that's true.
That does kind of put things in stark relief.
The pants are only $226.
Really?
Maybe I'll get the pants.
Wait, brand new on StockX. Because
I don't know what size. I don't know what size. Hold on.
Ooh. Damn, are you going to fucking snake me?
226 medium.
It's elastic waist, right?
I believe. Yeah, they're pajama pants. You ever? No, it's a button fly in the pajama pants.
I mean, there's probably no. I think there's probably like a real fly. They're meant to be worn as.
How do I buy on StockX? I don't even know how to sell.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
Shit?
I don't. Do
I place ask or sell now? No, that's selling. Whatever.
No, you got to buy now.
There is no buy option.
So then maybe there's someone is not selling them. Because that's the thing. It should, if they're, that's like StockX has like every product ever in every size, but there's not necessarily somebody who's selling it. So you could place a future ask.
No, and then someone. StockX, here we go. There's a whole, it's like automatic. Okay, now I can buy them if I want for 226.
Are you going to? You want to buy
I'll probably hold off.
Okay. Then I'm doing it when I get home first thing.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Well, now I'm going to buy them. Yeah,
I'm gonna outbid you, dude.
That was a fun time. You made sure to fucking post a little post and tag.
Okay.
Your first post and tag of NY Brand Week.
So because we are the most transparent podcast in the world, I will say, okay. So meeting Lev, he's kind of familiar with throwing fits. You get his number. We both make a good impression. I'm thinking strategically as an expert networker, where I'm like, okay, what do I need to get out of this to keep this relationship going? I got to get the follow back on IG.
You're right. Love is transactional, like you said.
No, just because moving forward, how am I going to get in touch with my GOAT? I need a fucking direct line of communication. And guess what? It motherfucking worked, dude.
Cool.
So you know what? It was worth it to post the ice luge and giant heart emojis. And you know what? Honestly, I just want to say it one more time. And I know I'm spinning on it, doing cartwheels on it, but I really think that Lev for me is like that caliber of guy, and I'm not afraid to fucking throw that out there.
Give you his phone number
to the thousands of people. Well, could have started a group chat, which you didn't, but that's neither here nor there. I will say that he is probably the only guy that is capable of taking a brand that is known for making RAV4 fucking sneakers more than anything else in 2024 and creating an incredible vintage inspired line of like fire ass fucking tracksuits and fucking, sweaters. And I'm just a big fan of where I think Fila Plus is going. And I told Lev as much, and he was wearing a bunch of shit from the next season. And he was like, yo, it's only getting better. And to that, I say, fucking well done, sir. Tip of the Studio Malone cap. Like, that's real. Who else could do that?
I don't know.
Anyway.
But
shout out Lev.
When I see you fucking spitting on it and blowing bubbles on it, I guess it'll be that guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of blowing bubbles on it, my goodness, one of the best stores in New York City just cracked its doors this past week. I think it was officially open. Christopher Green, friend of the pod.
Yep.
He's been on here before. He has had Ven Space cooking for a minute now. We talked about going there for the Stussy archive sale.
Yep.
I think we kind of alluded to the fact that he is going to be going hard with the buy.
Yes, sir.
Hard with the brandless goes fucking crazy. And he finally opened the doors. I had to go on Thursday just to like congratulate him and maybe get a little peek at the goods because I wasn't able to make it Friday.
Right.
369 Court Street in Cobble Hill, Bourne Hill,
Carroll Gardens,
whatever that. Yeah, there's an F train and a G train. Is it Carroll Gardens?
I think it's technically Carroll Gardens.
It's Kaga,
and it's I get off at the Carroll Street fucking G stop. It's actually it's honestly dangerously easy for me to get to.
Yeah, it's rough
because of should I read some of just the heavy hitters from this brand list?
Go through it,
dude. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Orly, Camille Fortunes, Casey, CDG Ohm, DMA, Dries, Graph Paper, Kamoli, Jacques Soliver,
skipping some good
Jill
ones.
Sander, Cardiac Research, Lady White Claw, Lemaire, Margella, Margaret Howell, MF Penn, Namanchenko, Our Legacy, Paraboot, Rear, Rototo, Solomon, Smock, Still by Hand, Stofa, Studio Nicholson, Stussy Archive, Taiga Takahashi, just crazy rare, The Row, OL Workshop. Just like there is nothing in this store that you do not want to own. And that is the fucking problem. And that was really fucking hammered home when I was like browsing it at the opening night. And I'm just like, this is fucking dangerous.
Yeah. You missed one, Kale with a C.
Oh, right.
A Japanese brand. But yeah, I think Kale, Kamoli, like huge orally selection. He has some exclusive row pieces, maybe exclusive in New York, where he's like the only one that bought them because he's the only one that has the vision. It's really good. And it is definitely going to be taking up a large chunk of my budgie pretty soon.
And the in-house, let's talk about the in-house line too. I mean, just fucking pants and shirting, some outerwear. It's only fucking growing. I think that's going to be another thing too, because it's like, honestly, when it comes to sorting low to high, Vent Space is like going to be right there, like the in-house line, and the shit is fucking money, dude.
Yeah, it's really good.
No pun intended.
It is really good. I mean, Chris has the connections and Rolodex he's had through Need Supply, Totokayo, all the consulting work he's done. I mean, there's Stussy there.
Yep.
I think that Vent Space is a serious contender for, and worth the trip. Go to Cork Street Grocers afterwards, get yourself a little Sammy.
Sure.
It's not the most, convenient neighborhood for some people, unless you live off the G or the F.
What I was going to say is that with retail,
but worth the trip.
And yes, absolutely. And with retail being back in New York so hard, as we've talked about a bunch, like I was talking to a lot of people at the event about this kind of theory, or not really theory, but just an observation I've had, where there's like two types of shopping that exist in New York right now, at least for like menswear. One is like the cluster of amazing shops that exist right around the corner from us, where you can spend like the full afternoon bouncing from Luke's to Awake to Wythe to Colbo, grab a slice at Scars, and that's awesome, especially if you're a tourist and you have like limited time. With that said, sometimes, at least for me, shopping like that can be a bit overwhelming, where you're like, maybe depending on what your schedule is, you're kind of like rushing around to see everything, and you might like miss something because you're not spending the time really thumbing through everything that exists on a rack. Whereas destination shopping, on the other hand, kind of like what's happening at Vent Space, or like, you can do it in Nepenthes, where it's like, I'm going to spend that like afternoon or a portion of it that I would spend bopping around just in this store and really going through everything, talking to the staff, talking to Chris, and just like really getting as hands-on as possible so that you can make an informed purchase that isn't, kind of driven by total impulse.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And it's also like, I made the trip. I better make it fucking worth it.
Yeah,
I better buy some shit.
And here's the other thing too. It is not a total oasis of retail. If you happen to have a lovely lady in your life, there's also the Outline, which is right up the street. That is another amazing kind of curated store for women from another Totokayo alumnus, right? So it's almost like,
oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it is. I just don't know the person.
Okay.
I don't know the person's name, so I don't want to, say too much and embarrass myself more than I already have doing cartwheels on Lev's cock. But yeah. I think it's like
on his bits, man.
Yeah, just fucking hit the Outline, hit Vent Space, something for her, something for you, a little his and her situation. Really, honestly, great fucking day in Carroll Gardens.
Yeah, Ven's going to be a problem. And I talked about like getting anywhere from Greenpoint is a fucking bitch and a half. It's actually not that far from the cluster of like good stores right around the corner. By the way, Leisure Center right there, and Baddie for the Baddie bros listening at home. Colbo or fucking Boehm Square is just a 15-minute train ride.
That is true.
From right there on the F. So I skipped and over from then. I had myself a little fucking day on Thursday, before this wedding. It's been an intense few weeks.
Yeah.
Really has.
Well, at least until the bazaar, it's going to be intense.
It's after. No, it's going to continue until October.
I'm not trying to say too much.
Do you know what's do you know?
No, I know. I just didn't think it was time to talk about next steps.
No. All I'm saying is that people are like, yo, I haven't seen you in so long. Can we actually hang out? I'm like, yeah, in October.
Yeah.
Like October 5th.
Yeah, that's put it in your calendar. I'll be available.
Yeah. What's the Green Day song? September's Gone?
Wake me up when September ends.
I'll be
Outro
gone
music.
till October. I'll be gone till October. I got a better outro song, so don't put that down yet.
Okay.
I made my way over to Colbo, which they're leaning into the events side, I think, of like their community.
Mhm.
And it's fucking working. And they just had a pop-up with a legendary Japanese store in Tokyo called Maidens.
Yeah.
Where got to meet the homie. They we spoke a little bit.
What's
caught up a
homie
little
in
bit.
Japanese?
Tomodachi.
Nice.
Got to meet the Tomodachis. And yeah, again, it's like another brand, another way to get Komoli into New York City. I was like, I'm fucking heading there.
You love Kamoli, dude.
I do. Well, just off the strength of this one shirt.
Yeah.
That's so fire. It's at the dry cleaners right now. I have to go after this to pick it up.
It's fucking Gateway Johns, dude.
Exactly. And before things like the Maidens pop up before then, I think that Kamoli is kind of hard to get in New York.
Oh, I think that you talked about Chris's pedigree. Like the reason that this store is now this fucking gem, this diamond in the rough of Carroll Garden is because like he has those connections and can get like whether it's exclusive pieces or like the stuff that no one else would pick up at the bigger box fucking online retailers or whatever, like you're talking about with the row. Like he's just when the person who's opening up the store is that fucking locked in and has been that locked in forever, like it's just like it becomes a can't miss.
Yeah. But again, Colbo just continues to be one of the best of the best. Can't wait for their private label inline stuff to drop down. Ernie Palo. What else? Fucking. Sorry, I'm gonna do this right here.
These are where you're talking about new brands that they're adding for fall.
Yoko Sakamoto. The selection at Colbo is unrivaled. So again, it's just another it was just a great retail 1-2, and then even after that, got to go with Narc Dad and Yokum to a new store opening on Grand, which is mainly for women.
Okay.
But that being said, you and I, we love bitches clothing.
Women.
And
we love bitches.
Lauren Manugian,
Yeah.
who, you know how I was like, yo, there's like the top 5 like good women shit right now. And it was always like, Kate.
Your power rankings.
The power rankings, Kate, Totem.
The Row.
Sorry, the Row, Kate. But okay, the Row's like, put the Row aside because they're too big. They're too international.
I think yours was, if correct me, because my memory is a bit better than yours.
Yes.
Depending. I think you did the Row, Kate, Totem, Ghani, and then Reformation.
Khloe Kardashian jeans.
Yeah, Skims.
Yeah. No, I'm taking the Row out of it.
Okay.
Just because they're too big.
Okay.
Right? They're too international. I'm talking about like kind of like small, independent, brands that have like a niche fandom amongst like.
Aren't Kate and Totem huge though?
Not huge.
Maybe in New York. Maybe I'm just thinking of like New York brain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lauren Manugian.
Yeah.
Sneaking up the power rankings. I don't know quite yet where to put them. All right.
Okay.
I'm not saying they're number 1.
It's expensive.
I'm not saying they're
It's classy.
beneath Khloe Kardashian jeans, but they're certainly in the mix.
Yeah.
I met Lauren and her hubby Chris with Noah Johnson, Narc Dad, when we were in Paris. When we had I think it was my one day there when you had already flown back.
Yeah.
And we're just wandering around the Marais with Noah Johnson, just him hating on everything. And we run into them and we're like, yo, let's get some beers at the bar where John Galliano went on his insane anti-Semitic tirade.
Ah, yes. But they have a memorial plaque outside.
That is fucking history. That altered the course of fashion history right there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let me taste this nectar that sent this man into a spiral of hate.
You just immediately get so racist.
Yeah.
They should have a signature cocktail.
Yeah. I was like, look at that fucking
comes with
his
comes
fucking beep on
comes
his
with a line of the good shit too, just to get you real riled up.
Yeah. I was hearing slurs pop into my head that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
Off the Perla juice.
It's like a beer and a shot combo, but the Parisian fucking psycho version. It's a glass of wine and a line of blow.
But the Lauren Manugian, so it's a new store and first of all, it's beautiful. It's definitely the apparel is women's. All right.
Yeah.
Let's make no mistake about it. The shoes, however, are fucking gassy.
Yeah, dude.
And there are some in there, like some quilted mules.
Sick.
That they go up to size 42, which is if you're size 35 to 42, which is a 9 on the big end and a 4 on the men's 4.
Men's size 4. Yeah.
If you're men's size 4,
If you're men's size 4, you're about to be locked in at Lauren Manoogian.
I was showing you some of these, and you're like, "Yo,
no, it is really good." There's like a Hirachi, but it's also a little fisherman sandal-y. Like that's a fucking heater as well.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you're going sockless, like I'm a 43, I might be able to fucking squeeze my dogs into some of these, or have my fucking heel hanging out the ass of the mules.
Yeah. So I think like Lauren Manoogian, another, and this is not news to if you're a bad bitch listening at home, like you already know the shit.
Yeah,
but news to us,
all
right?
the bad bitches that listen to TF,
Bro, we got some. TF was getting some love at Manoogs. Yeah, so that was like my little retail afternoon, which then I know that you got to see Ven Space in all its glory when like 1,000 people went to fucking Borum Hill or whatever, Callan Gardens.
Like, it's one of these things where like, because I know that like Fashion Week was like technically over by that point, but like this idea of like throwing an exclusive party with the fashion hater snobs and aren't going to put like any money in your pocket and are just going to drink your free booze and like beg for free shit, when you can like have those people because they want to support you, despite their worst impulses, because hopefully they're your friends, and you can just invite the public. Bro, Chris was and Ven was doing fucking volume, dude.
Yeah.
And it was honestly beautiful to see. Like
He said people were shopping like it was a sample sale.
Yeah. Yo, straight up.
I've never seen that much rear in my entire life in one place.
There you go.
The $1,000 quarter zip hoodies that Jesse Hudnut referred to as the buyer's sweater because everyone made a personal order.
It is.
They make shoes. You see the boots?
Yeah. They're
looking like Akira futuristic shits.
And the store, like, yo, there's so many fucking cool fucking home goods. Like, Ven is just like, it's awesome. Shout out to Chris. He fucking killed it.
Yep.
Shout out his fucking team. Shout out the homies that came up from Richmond that were helping out as well. Like, I really think it's a can't miss. And I think we've been on the right side of history of like, even when shopping in New York was bad, we were still some of the only people fucking talking about it, trying to find a silver lining. And now we're in this beautiful kind of resurgence, and it just feels great to be right, as always.
Yeah. It's a good moment to be in brick. I'm bricked up for the brick and mortar.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was not able to make it to the event on Friday.
Nice.
Because I was at a wedding upstate.
Mm-hmm.
This wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, I love weddings. Like, you could throw a shitty wedding and I'll still love it. This wedding was done so well. Nonstop fun. Nothing missed. Every single, both the details and like the big main components were just like knocked out the park. It was 2 men getting married. And I will say, gay weddings, I think, must be super lit, much more so than cis hetero ones, because the fits are just so much better.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Also, the scale of like 1 to 10 of people's looks had to have been way above the mean at this wedding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone just so hot. I think so.
Wait, did you feel like kind of like, obviously there's the pressure to like show out because you already know kind of like the vibe, but when you're there in the moment, were you like, I didn't go hard enough? Like, did you feel self-conscious at all? Were you like, yo, I nailed it?
Oh no, I went the exact right amount of hardness.
Okay, nice, good.
I mentioned a lavender double-breasted suit from Courage, purchased vintage from Colbo.
Nice.
Again, their vintage selection, when they're not having a pop-up in the back, their vintage selection is like,
I think that's the most underrated
A1
aspect of Colbo. If you kind of like, well, I don't want to say there's something for everyone because like it is like limited, but they're like constantly refreshing, and like they got that kind of like next level, if you know shit.
They had some Armani jeans
Jimmy,
when I was there.
Got the fucking Armani for the fucking, Armani Admiral myself. Yeah. There's a lot. And I think that's like, that's honestly, that is a great, like, let's say you were like, you had some fucking scratch in your pocket. It's like cool to like go to Colbo, and it's like, you can get some great shit from the in-house line. You can get like a fire fucking vintage grail. You can discover like a completely new brand that you've never heard of. And you can build an outfit from like all these different fucking tasteful different pools.
Yeah. It's true. The shirt I was wearing was your favorite shirt of mine, husband's, kind of like a khaki, almost like military, especially with the black fake leather tie from OL.
Oh, that leather tie is getting fucking run, dude.
Mileage. When I took the jacket off, I felt very active duty, but light in the loafers. You know what I mean? So in the lavender pants, the khaki shirt with the patch pockets here, and the black.
So an officer in the Navy.
Yes, and a black leather tie. Oh, and then like the super unked out OL shoes that are like Crocs on the Vamps.
What belt did you end up going with?
I think I just wore what belt? I think just a black sunflower leather belt. Yeah.
But you didn't go like crazy, like white belt or like that pink
No.
I
didn't go. I looked like I was going to be, I looked like I'd be, either, in the Navy or at the Rock Nation brunch, but not too bonked out or not too easy out.
Right.
For the wedding itself, I wore Todd Snyder double-breasted tuxedo jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, let me ask you this. First of all, black tie wedding, and I know you did it for yours. Everyone looks fantastic.
Oh, you got it. Everyone, because I don't want to be, because then it becomes like maybe like a classist thing. It's so much better.
Everyone looks great. All the handsome gentlemen.
Yeah.
A lot of kilts wearing because one of the grooms is British.
Kilts are British?
No, but like I think people lean into like their Scottish heritage or Irish heritage at a United Kingdom British wedding.
The UK.
Let me ask you this though: are tuxedo pants historically very slim?
I think,
or traditionally?
No, definitely not traditionally. I think that's just like kind of what's happening in just suiting now, where it's like suits have gotten way too slim.
Not in like the hashtag menswear slimness, but still like now.
I think so. I think it's like if you went to like, if you're renting from like the Black Tux, or you're going to like a big box like Men's Warehouse place, or maybe even doing like some like kind of high-endish suit supply stuff. I feel like a lot, like the average guy wants that slim look even for black tie, which is quite unfortunate.
So the pants and I was like, I thought my tailor fucked them up because the pants, when I tried on the full tux after getting the jacket and it took a minute to get the jacket right, but now it's like perfect.
Dialed.
Shout out Todd Snyder. But the pants, I'm like, yo, I'm not feeling these pants. Like they're way too skinny.
Yeah.
They're a little too cropped. I think my tailor fucked it up. So I pivoted, and because it was a wedding between two gay men, and it was definitely like, we were like encouraged to kind of like push the envelope fashion wise. I wore some sequin black Dries Van Noten pants.
Well done.
That were the belle of the ball. Luckily, didn't show up the groom because, it's a bottom, not a top. If I was wearing a sequin tuxedo jacket, that might be a bit too much. Clip-on bow tie.
You don't want your bottoms to show up a bottom.
Clip-on J. Crew velvet bow tie. And I stand by having a clip-on bow tie. Fuck a tied bow tie. Like, if you want a clip-on bow tie, get a clip-on bow tie. It's so easy.
Well, yeah, that's why they exist. I mean, we disagree about a lot of things. I'm happy that you love and you had such a good time, but yeah, we don't. I don't do clip-on bow ties.
Okay,
and I'm not saying that
if Lev co-signed a clip-on bow tie, I'd be like, yo, bro, I fuck a clip-on bow tie so hard, and I'm not fucking hard, bro.
And I'm not saying that I'm one of these fucking menswear hardos that can tie a bow tie one take Jake with my eyes closed. Like, listen, I fucking struggle with a bow tie, getting it as right as possible, as much as the next guy. Maybe I'm pulling up a YouTube link for moral support.
I watched a YouTube video that had 85 million views on like how to tie a bow tie. It's just some guy tying a bow tie. Yeah. Like, he's not like a YouTube guy. He's just like some guy that just owns the SEO. Should look too hard. I was like, done.
Oh, because you have a normal bow tie in your rotation.
No, but there's someone in the Airbnb that needed it. And
how'd that go for that person?
We ended up getting it. Someone else in the crib knew how to tie a bow tie.
Okay, thank God.
I just did it for him.
Because sometimes you're at the wedding where like there's the one dude, like the one groomsman, and it's like, okay, we got to do this by committee. Yeah. I've been lucky enough where like at a few weddings, I've just been like called in like on Winston Wolf mode, and like again, doesn't happen immediately, but like I've been able to save a couple groomsmen and grooms in my time. And
the last two,
shout out to me, I guess.
The last two weddings I've been to, I've been in charge of ripping open people's pockets with using a kitchen knife.
Yeah,
like
right. Not a seam ripper necessarily.
So there's photos of me just like fucking wrist deep in my boy's ass, just trying
Jimmy the Butcher.
Wrist deep in my boy's ass, just committing surgery on a pant. Fur sack tuxedo shirt. Beautiful fucking shirt. Shout out Gautier.
Does that have is that a winged collar?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's a new. So I've always I have a couple tuxedo shirts. All of them are like of the spread or semi-spread variety. I'm seeing a lot of we'll just call it like cool guys that I follow on Instagram, like someone like you that is at a wedding. I see it on their story or on their grid because they took a fit pic at somebody else's wedding. A lot of winged collars coming back. I feel like that might be like a weird. It's like not a trend that any other podcast I would talk about because they don't matter. But that's a thing that I definitely think for a while was like maybe never out of style because it's like super classic. But that's a thing that I think now is like the cool move. I might need one myself.
The only unfortunate thing, Lawrence, and I could hear you fucking screaming, fucking, you doing fucking belt with a tuxedo fucking in my ear, like the ghost of Lawrence. I had to wear a belt.
Oh,
Yeah, which you're not supposed to do. But because these pants were pretty big, and there's no like
side tabs.
No, because they're fucking they're made of sequins.
Yeah.
So I did have to wear a belt, which like whatever, it was a black belt. The silver buckle kind of blended with the sequins. And
yeah, most tuxedo pants, they're not. I mean, if they're from, they're not even have belt.
You're
loops,
not supposed to, right?
Yeah.
But that was the one faux pas.
Did anyone like call you out or something?
No,
or
of course not.
you're just being transparent.
No, because everyone just like was doing their own thing and looking great, and like everyone, it was amazing to see. You know, people. A lot of people had bought their tuxedos off the Real.
Oh wow, interesting.
Because I like we talked about this when I went to Black Tie Gala over the summer, but it's like buying a tuxedo once you can, you should.
Yes.
But it's like, who the fuck is making tuxedos right now that you want to buy from, right?
I mean, I mean, I don't know about you. I get a lot of like DMs about like, you know, people trying to figure out like where to get like the not even acceptable, but like the kind of cool tux. Like if you're going to, like you said, you're going to fucking, you know, spend the money, you're going to shell out, you're going to fucking own it for the rest of your life. You want to like nail the details. It is kind of few and far between. I mean, it also depends on your budget and all that stuff, but I'm with you, dude. It's fucking difficult to buy something like brand new that kind of like isn't too skinny or like has the right size lapels or the right details. It's slim pickings.
Yeah. So I think Vintage is certainly a nice resource for tuxedos. That being said, like the Todd Snyder double-breasted peak lapel tuxedo jacket that I had, people are like, oh, double-breasted tuxedo. Very fantastic. Very nice. Very fantastic. Ooh. Which was also double-breasted is what the two grooms the two grooms, they also went DB.
Very nice. Classy.
Best wedding food I've ever had, hands down.
Really?
On the Friday night, because they brought in you normally when you get a venue, they had to do like in-house cooking. Yeah. They brought in my boy Danny. I believe his Instagram is Joint Venture. He does like large scale events, like mainly weddings and like retreats.
Bro. Knocked it out the park.
So my homie, or my like longer term homie of the couple is has some Peruvian and Argentine heritage in his family. So you better believe that Danny fired up the plancha. Oh. You better believe that there were empanadas and chorizo pans.
Oh, I love that.
Circulating.
That's fun.
Circulating like young Jeezy's economy.
I feel like with wedding food, like it's not an afterthought. It's obviously like one of the, as someone who got married, like a big box to check, but like going ethnic and like fun with it versus just like the standard fare of like, wait, so is this the wedding or is this the welcome reception?
The welcome reception.
Okay.
You better believe that cabbage was charred to perfection.
I love that.
You better fucking believe the scalp ceviche, which unfortunately I didn't see, so I can't really comment on it, was good, I'm sure. You better believe that the chimichurri, and as a chimichurri's-man myself,
chimichurri,
I'm a harsh critic. I love a good chimichurri, was phenomenal. The secret was a lot of sorrel.
What's sorrel?
It's like a kind of bittersweet green.
I just know of it as the Big Boot brand.
Yeah. But the chef, the main leader of the cooking team on Friday night was staying with us, and I was like, dude, who did the chimichurri? Because it was 230 people.
Yeah.
You know how much fucking chimichurri that is? I was like, you must have had someone mincing parsley for 12 hours. And he's like, there's this guy, he's a fucking beast. He just zens out, just goes. Like he had
that's his one job.
I think 7 quarts of chimichurri, which is, I was like, how much parsley is that? He's like, honestly, like this much parsley.
That's I'm not a big like math guy, but 7 quarts sounds like a lot.
It's a lot.
Kind of like the amount of Johns and Antonio's trying to bring to the fucking bazaar.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, last 2 things about the wedding before we get into a fun little game. Probably one of the tearjerker, the vows, everything, the setting, so fucking beautiful and wonderful.
Nice. Love that.
The most unique moment that was really, really phenomenal, really fun, was at the end. They had the entire crowd do a acapella rendition of a song that means very meaningful to them.
Okay.
Fleetwood Mac, Everywhere.
Oh, great fucking song. Honestly, if you're going to go like Fleetwood Mac songs sung by Christine McVie, that's probably the best one. Yeah, for sure.
So just imagine like, 230 people just serenading the 2 grooms.
Was the guest told to prepare in case they weren't familiar with that classic song?
We had, I think everyone knew it, and we had like the lyrics on the back.
Okay,
and there was like an MC where, I'm not gonna lie, he was like hamming it up a little bit, and it was really hot at that point. We were sitting in the direct sun at that point, and we're like, dog, just start the fucking song. Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. But yeah, 230 people just going, oh, I want to be with you everywhere was spectacular.
Great fucking song. And honestly, low key, like, I mean, Fleetwood Mac, one of the best bands of all time. That's like a sneaky, like, number one Fleetwood Mac song.
Yeah. And I think like you everyone knows it and you kind of forget about how nice it is. But 230 people singing a cappella Fleetwood Mac everywhere. So special.
Banger.
The night was a lot of fun, blah, blah, blah. There was a shuttle that unfortunately me and my Airbnb mates, we were the last stop. So it took an hour to get home. And at 3:30 in the morning, we're on the shuttle in these back country roads. It's so dark. All of a sudden, there's just a guy on the road. Again, like 3 in.
Yeah.
And he's like waving his hands. And he's like, help, help. And the bus driver slows down. And he's like, he doesn't let him in, but he's like, starts talking to him. And he's like, are you okay? And the guy's like, yeah. I'm just trying to get home.
What?
And the bus driver's like, Are you a guest of the wedding? And the guy goes, yeah, I'm a guest of a wedding.
Oh, it was like he was lost from another wedding.
He wasn't in any formal attire.
Okay.
I think he was just trying to bullshit his way onto the bus.
Oh, I see.
Everyone else of the like 5 other people, everyone's like, yo, keep going. I'm the only one that's like, yo, let him on.
Really?
Let him on.
This is how every fucking horror movie, serial killer movie starts.
Yeah. Do you think I was wrong to be like, yo, I was like, yo, what if he dies? That's on us, is what I was saying as we like peeled out. Not peeled out.
They didn't let him on.
No, they didn't let him on.
Wait, was he like a backpacker? Was he disheveled? Like,
I couldn't really see him. In hindsight, I think it was the right move to not let him on and hope this man I mean, it wasn't that cold out, but you know, if he dies, he dies. Because yeah, like who's out in these like wild hidden back roads trying to lie their way onto a bus.
Flag down a bus and then lie their way on it. Yeah, I guess not to be sexist, but if it's a woman, for sure, 100%. But a guy?
Bus driver's like, were you at the Baccarat Alti wedding? He's like, I was at a wedding.
Did he have like gear? Like,
I think it was just like shirt and pants. No, I think he was just chilling.
I wonder what that guy's deal was and what happened to him in the world.
Hey, if that guy, if you're listening to the podcast, as you freeze to death in the lower Hudson Valley, bang our line.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Yeah, that sounds. I think that everyone, not including you, made the right call, which is don't let the potential serial killer on the bus.
I'm seeing that now.
Especially since like then he maybe like sees where you're staying at your Airbnb. You know, like where that is. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, some of the guests were freaked and they made sure all the doors and windows were locked when we got home.
Oh, the word spread about the vagrant.
Well, no, it was like 6 of us on the bus.
Okay.
At that point.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, that was the wedding that I was at, and it was so much fun. And my love to both the how do you do it? Both the grooms.
There's the
guys.
heart.
What a
Were they
special
Korean?
time.
Was one of them Korean? Is that why we're doing that?
What? No.
Because this is the K-pop heart is what you're doing.
Yeah, but it's just It's just a global sign language now.
We love on this podcast. And you know it's another thing that we love?
Hate.
Huh? No, I was gonna say games.
Oh.
Let me give you some background here. While you were at a wedding, I had a great weekend with my parents celebrating my dad's birthday.
Happy birthday.
But I also I was very high hanging out with my parents. I don't think they knew
know?
that. No,
What were you high
so.
on?
What's up?
What were you high on?
Weed.
Oh, okay.
But because I was so high after
they knew. What are you talking about? I totally fooled them.
No, I don't know. But either way, I got like sucked into a rabbit hole of podcast reels, and I was just just seeing like what like
while scrolling on your phone.
Yeah. Just like, you know, I was just being served up all these like, you know, fucking games, I guess, that like, or segments, I guess, that like other podcasts have to do because they don't fucking matter and they need to kill time. And
so we're going to do one.
No. And I was kind of familiar with like the blind ranking like game that people play.
So there's like TikTok filters.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Right. For sure. Yeah. I've seen a bunch with like the Rizzler and Big Justice ranking, you know, snacks and Italian foods and things of that nature. So I was like,
I've never felt like more of a fucking brain rot, brainworm individual when I was trying to explain AJ and Big Justice to like other wedding guests, and they're like, "What you mean? What to me is a Rizzler?"
Yeah. So what did you say?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Double chocolate cookie?
There's two father and sons.
I don't know. Just like you guys know, it's a double chocolate cookie.
Double chocolate. Boom.
And they're like, what do you mean? Is there more chocolate in the cookie?
Yo, I hate AJ and Big Justice, and I only fuck with the Rizzlers.
Oh, my friends would have killed Big Justice with hammers. I can tell you that.
Yeah, is that like the prevailing kind of sentiment where it's like without the Rizzler, that crew is fucking worthless?
I think people are thinking that there was anti-Big Justice sentiment, but I think people now feel sorry for him as Rizzler just kind of like takes off into the stratosphere,
right?
And
which he deserves.
AJ just like. People are realizing that Big Justice is just like a prisoner of AJ's, stage dad.
Yeah.
And now that AJ is becoming like, before he was kind of more of a background guy, but now that double chocolate cookie has become his thing.
Psycho shit.
He's like now addicted to the cloud.
Oh, of course.
And he's going to probably castrate Big Justice to keep his eunuch, soprano voice.
Yeah. Okay,
anyway,
well, free Big Justice and the Rizzler till it's backwards. Though the Rizzler's dad seems like a cool guy. I kind of find him charming. Okay. Anyway, can you explain what blind rankings are to anyone listening at home that doesn't know, and then we'll get into it?
I have 10 slots to fill, 1 being the highest, 10 being the worst, and you're going to just send me brands one at a time that I have to rank. So I don't know what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I can only rank them based on like, I guess like kind of in a vacuum, and also like on the previous rankings.
Yeah.
So for example, right, if you were to say blind ranking,
well, don't say
blind rankings of cookies.
Yes.
If you just threw double chocolate cookie at me, number 1.
Ever had one before?
No.
I don't think, no. I would like to, honestly, like I'm not super, I think I've been in Costco maybe once or twice in my life. Well, I would love to try a chicken bake if I had to.
Yeah, I think they each have like 3,000 calories.
One chicken bake?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be for one person or it's a shared thing?
I don't think so, bro. I don't think any bakes are meant for one person.
Anyway, we are going to play blind rankings. I have 10 brands here.
Right.
James does not know the brands. I kind of randomized them in an order just because like I
double chocolate cookie.
Okay. And I'm going to keep track here. And then honestly, my thought process here is Robbie could clip this out and we can go motherfucking viral.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
You're reverse engineering the virality of the clip.
Yeah. So it's going to be good.
You're going to write them down, yeah?
All right. I have it. Well, yes. And we have a shared doc. James does not know the brands, but he can see the ranking. Okay. First up, Drake's. And feel free to talk through this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have a Drake suit that normally would have worn to this wedding if it had not been black tie. I wore it at an earlier wedding. I mean, it's fucking phenomenal. It's lightweight tropical wool. Obviously, their ties are fantastic. Their scarves, we've collaborated with them.
That's true.
I'm going to go 4.
Okay. Drake's at 4.
Yeah.
All right. Next up.
Talk about the clothing brand, not the fucking,
the certified pedophile?
Rapper.
No,
yeah.
we're talking, this is all clothing brands. All right. Next up, ALD.
Come on, bro. That's your geyser, and obviously
I'm not playing.
Brandon works there.
I'm the host.
ALD, yo, for the culture. I guess they have been super influential, but this is just my personal ranking.
This is you are ranking. You are blind ranking brands. 10 brands.
I'll put ALD at 7.
Okay, ALD at 7.
Teddy, don't fucking send the La Familia after me.
Okay. Next up, J. Crew.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. My problem with J. Crew. No. You know what? I love J. Crew because the check hasn't hit yet.
I was gonna say, chill, fam. We've already said too much.
Can we move J. Crew to later in the blind ranking?
No,
you're compromising our financials here.
I picked the 10 brands pretty intentionally and then had them randomized. I did not pick this order.
Do you have estimation of what? Oh fuck, bro.
No, I do not have an estimation of where I think you would put them. I just think it would be fun to see it play out.
Can I move ALD up to 6?
No, you're locked in.
Really?
It's blind rankings. You now had the context. We can review when we're done. But the whole point of the blind rankings is it's locked.
I'll put J. Crew at 8.
Okay, J. Crew is going.
They're not in the basement.
Okay,
they're ground floor, garden level.
All right, next up, Orly.
Orly. In my head, there's another brand that I'm saving for number 1, but I'll put Orly at number 2.
Okay, Orly is going in the silver medal slot. Orly. Okay.
I like my girls. Give me that Orly.
Next up, Kith.
10.
10. Okay. That was easy for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Our legacy. It seems like you were saving it.
Numero uno.
Okay, our legacy is going in the number 1 slot.
Those are my fucking guys.
I don't think anyone. You just saw Yoakum. We just saw Yoakum. I don't think anyone had any doubts about that. Okay,
I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Next up, Chrome Hearts.
Oh fuck! Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 60% of the way through. I'll put Chrome at 9.
9. Okay. Chrome.
Only because of like its absolute saturation.
Okay.
Into like the zeitgeist. And how you have fucking. It's now like such a code signifier of just like gaudy wealth.
Yeah.
And it's become like the cheat code of guys that can't dress for shit. Just put on Chrome. They put on the cross and all of a sudden people give a fuck about them.
I had so many brands that I had to narrow down, but another brand that I feel the same way was like, there's this new resurgence of ERD that I'm seeing, which is like almost like a lot of Chrome guys either pairing it with ERD or like moving on because Chrome is too saturated. And like, I just don't fucking get it at all. Yeah. And ERD did not make it. We could talk about.
I'm a little, wait. I'm not locked in yet because you haven't said the next brand. I'm a little concerned that I've filled the bottom 4 slots.
I guess you still have the ability to jigger Chrome.
I'm gonna move Chrome to 6.
Okay, Chrome is at 6. All right, next, Ralph Lauren. Polo Ralph Lauren.
I'll put Ralph at 5. Okay. Mr. Lift Shits.
Okay,
just because like you gotta respect.
Okay,
even though we didn't get the invite out to Bridgehampton, which would have been such a hassle to get to.
Yeah. Okay, next, Philip Plein.
Number 1's already taken. So. What's PP up to these days?
Just fucking doing what they always do, bro. Really fucking awesome advertisements for fragrances in the Milan airport.
Yeah. I think, okay, so I have 2 slots left, number 3 and number 9. I think that if I put them at 9, you're going to trap me with something even more dog shit.
No, this is totally locked in.
All right, I'll do PP at 9.
Okay, PP is going in at 9. And then your last slot, which is just 3, it is MF Pen.
Ooh, number 3.
You kind of nailed this list, low key. I'm a little disappointed that maybe we won't clip this out.
You wanted me to fail?
Well, no, I kind of, when you had Chrome at 9, it was getting interesting, and you kind of made the right call by moving around. So why don't you read us your James's final brand ranking list?
I fuck with this. Number 1, Our Legacy. Number 2, Oral-E. Number 3, MF Pen. Number 4, Drake's. Number 5, RL. Number 6, Chromie. Number 7, ALD. Number 8, J. Crew. Number 9, PP. Number 10, Kith.
Honestly,
not bad.
This didn't work out as much as I wanted because if you still had Chrome at 9,
I would have had MF Pen.
No, then you would have had
6.
You would have had PP at 6.
Oh fuck!
And then that would have been fun because that is basically then saying that PP is better than
Ralph?
ALD. Yeah, I would have been. Yeah, well, no, Ralph would have been at 5 still. Okay. It would have been better than ALD, J. Crew, and Kith.
Oh, you didn't trick me.
Would you change anything about this now that it's done?
No, this is pretty good. I think maybe ALD and Chrome.
Yeah.
I'd move ALD up a spot to number 6, Chrome down to 7.
And to be clear, gun to head, you have to wear a full head to toe fit. You're going to wear PP over Kith.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, I went to a PP party.
Nice. A lemon party.
Yeah. Fucking Henry Muck and Marissa were there.
Yeah. Yasmin.
Sorry. She's so good at acting. I confused the person with the actress.
Of course, dude.
Or with the character.
Mm-hmm.
There was some heat. I think it had a Snoop Dogg collab.
There's no heat at the PP party.
I think it collabed with Onk. Oh, there was some hot PP.
They definitely, I feel like, have a great crowd for sure. The kind of people that go to. All right, of all of these brands, who would have the most fun party? PP, 100%.
Yeah,
and I know that we have a lot of friends on this list. Just calling a spade in terms of like just.
I disagree. I've been to a PP party. They're not that in New York.
At the store. They had a Ferrari in the store.
Yes, they did. It was purple.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it was covered in skulls.
Even cooler.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was the blind ranking brands courtesy of James Harris. I think you fucking nailed it. So it's you're too good.
We'll have to run this back with you next time.
Please, I would love that. Though you can't repeat any of these brands.
Okay. We have run out of time and my painkillers have started to wear off. My back is screaming like a fucking hot knife is in there, like a chrome knife.
Okay.
Like a chrome hard knife.
A
Clearly,
dagger.
A dagger. But yeah, this has been another episode of The Only Podcast That Matters. The number 2 Substack on the fashion leaderboard charts.
Fashion and beauty.
Fashion and beauty.
We'll see you at the bazaar.
Come through to the bazaar Saturday the 21st. You already know the fucking details. It's all out there. IBs.